Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 871st Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. But before we go into the battle, I'd like to introduce you to Friendly Island. Okay, this is the go-to tourist destination here in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. As you can see, a lot of campers come here. There's no pubs or nightclubs or anything like that. This is a place you come to be one with nature. Okay, if you look at the lovely views from the top of this friendly island, you can see the lovely views of the Pacific there. See the scorched black marks on the top of the hill here where people have set their campfires up, where they sent their tents up here so they can just look across there's the mainland over there. Look, you catch the ferry from the mainland. Look, you see over here, and that's a nice little ride for the ferry. As I say, this is the go-to tourist destination of the Pacific here, where you can be one with nature. That's where the ferry drops you off, and then with your backpack, with your tent and everything on your back, you just hike up this massive hill here, okay? And you can see how steep this hill is, and then you get up onto the top of the hill, where you can then set your tent up. And as I say, this is called Friendly Island. And this is where you come, as I say, to be one with nature. You enjoy the tranquility here. And as I say, you can see there's been a lot of people here by the campfire scorched earth there. You can see, so a lot of people here. And over here on this part of the island is a very popular place. You've got some woods there, look, as well. And over there, there's a very popular beach where a lot of the campers swim out to that sandbank. Can you see the sandbank over there? Just they do that just for something to do on this island. So it's a very popular island, but the ironic thing about this island is that it's called Friendly Island. But what's going to happen on this island now is anything but friendly, as you will see. And going back to a tactical look at this island, you'll see that this is the higher ground here, and this is where I think both armies are going to try and meet. Okay, you'll see this is the higher ground, but you'll see that the ground is also undulating as well. If you notice there, can you see? It's only a small part of the island here, the higher ground, so I'm guessing both teams are going to try and get up onto this part of the hill. Okay, so as I say, it'll be interesting to see what happens on this map called the Friendly Island. As I say, what is about to happen is anything but friendly, and as I say, tactically, this is the place that I think both teams will be heading for, as it is the higher ground on the map. Okay. And as I say, it's got the potential to be a cracking battle on one of our new, as you can see, this is one of our new battle maps. Okay, our first teammate is Brotherhood member Cormac. Now, as you can see, he's called himself Cormac the Cruel, and he has got 16 infantry and 4 cavalry. 16 infantry and 4 cavalry, so he's going to bring a lot of firepower to the battlefield. I'm guessing his cavalry probably I think that's just gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry. But as I say, he's got a lot of firepower there with 16 infantry. So it's a very infantry-based army there. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member Fesen. Now, Fesen has got 12 infantry and 6 cavalry. Now, he usually brings serious cavalry with his Roman army. So just a quick have a look at the upgrades there. Oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry. Okay, so that takes it out of the elite bracket into the super cavalry bracket, and it'll be interesting to see how he uses that cavalry on this very restricted kind of battlefield here at the top of the hill, at the top of the island, if you like. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member Aurelius with his faction of choice. Now, he's got 11 Spartans, 4 archers and 4 light cavalry. Okay, 11 Spartans, 4 archers, 4 light cavalry there. And as I say, that is his faction of choice. And as I say, both of them, both Fesen and Aurelius, will be running up to the top of that hill as fast as they can. And our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander. And I have got 12 infantry, 2 archers and 6 cavalry. Okay, 12 infantry, 2 archers, 6 cavalry. Very old army for me here. And if you just look at how steep this hill is going up to the top of the island there, you can see the run that I'm going to have to make to try and get up to that the flatter area on top of the island there. It's very, very steep run there. As I say, this is one of our new battle maps called Friendly Island. And as I say, what's about to happen on here is anything but friendly. And as I say, we're all going to be heading up for that higher ground. Should be a great one for you to watch. And here is the other team. We have Brotherhood member EthEth. Now he's got 15 infantry and 5 cavalry. Okay, 15 infantry and 5 cavalry. And just to say, this team that we're playing have beaten us on several battles before this one. And they, of course, want to beat us again. And, of course, we want to try and stop it if we can. Their next teammate is Brotherhood member Barclayman with his faction of choice. Now he's got 15 Sacred Band Spearmen and 4 cavalry. Okay, he's had a little bit of a break from Rome Total War lately, but he's back. Here are some of his infantry have just got gold shield, gold attack on. And others of his infantry have got 8 upgrades on 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. So Barclayman's spearmen there have certainly got mixed upgrades. And his cavalry, usually I believe it's just gold shield, gold, yeah, that's it, just gold shield, gold attack upgrades on his Sacred Band cavalry. So I say that's his faction of choice. Their next teammate is Brotherhood member Mantu. Okay, now Mantu has got 8 archers, get ready for this, just 6 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, 8 archers, 6 infantry, 6 cavalry. Is 6 infantry enough infantry for the modern day battlefield? Well, I guess we'll just have to see. He usually brings serious cavalry with this army, so let's have a look. Oh my gosh. 2, 3. Fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry. 3 experienced stripes, gold shield, gold attack. As we said before, that takes them out of the elite bracket into the super cavalry bracket. But will 6 maximum upgraded cavalry make up for just 6 infantry? Well, we just have to see. It's kind of like a little bit like a CWB army, would you say that kind of army? 8 archers, 6 infantry, 6 cavalry. Make no mistake, the enemy team will be trying to get up onto this higher ground here, the same as what our team will be. So it's going to be a real scrap for that higher ground, I think. And their last teammate is Brotherhood member Madking, who's bought the Germanic faction. Now he's got 6 cavalry, 3 berserkers, 7 chosen axemen, 3 night raiders, and a wailing woman unit. Okay, so if you have a look there, you'll see his axemen there. Remember, those axes are effective against armor and will cut wide swathes through heavily armored troops like Roman infantry. Okay, then you go on to the night raiders. Now remember, the night raiders paint their bodies. Okay, they're good infantry in their own right, but they paint their bodies to bring a fear factor to the battlefield, so they'll take morale away from enemy troops as well, making them more susceptible to routing. And then, of course, you've got the wailing women here. Now, remember, barbarian factions have not got very good morale, and these wailing women, they will bring extra morale to the barbarian army there. So they're always worth bringing to kind of boost the morale of the barbarian troops there. So there's the enemy team. Should be a massive scrap for the higher ground. Should be a great one for you to watch. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle, as we thought, both teams are going to try and grab the top of this island here. Oh, just one thought. I just hope all the tourists have left the island, or they will definitely be wanting their money back. I just hope the fair is running for them. Okay, so over here you'll see I'm running my infantry up the steep side of this island. As I say, this island is called Friendly Island, but it is got very steep sides and a very small kind of flatter area at the top. And as I say, you can see both teams trying to, if you like, grab the initiative by grabbing the higher ground there. So both sides will be, as I say, you can see them both trying to push up onto that higher ground. This is a nice move here by Barclayman, trying to disrupt our archers here with that one cavalry unit. What I'm going to try and do is counter that cavalry unit with my cavalry. There. That's a nice, disrupting move there by Barclayman. As I say, Barclayman's had a break from RTW for a couple of months now, I think. And this is his first battle for a couple of months. And he's got his faction of choice, Carthage. And it's nice to see him back on Rome Total War. Okay, here you can see Fesen there, moving over towards Mantu's army. Now remember, Mantu's only got 6 infantry. Do you think that is enough for this particular battle? There you can see Carthage, look, taking the higher ground there. Definitely got up onto the higher ground, backed up by Mantu's army. But it looks to me that the disposition of Aurelius's Greek cities, he's going to try and flank the enemy team there. Now here you'll see I'm running up as fast as I can, but if you notice here, can you see that Barclayman has got in between myself and my allies there, and could maybe try and cut me off before I can get over to my allies. Can you see he could block me there, and maybe his allies could then take me out? That's maybe something that they're looking at. You'll see here that Cormac is moving his army forward, but if you notice, he's not running his troops. He's just walking them slowly so they'll be fresh when they get to the top of the hill there. So that's a nice tactical move there by Cormac, and he'd be able to throw his troops straight into the battle. Here you can see our archers shooting into the enemy troops there. Okay, but remember, Mantu's got 8 archers. Here's that Carthage cavalry unit there of Barclayman's trying to hoover up our archers there. So what I'm going to try and do is take that unit out. Did you notice how that unit routed there? And that's probably because he's so far away from his general and was aware of being surrounded by so many enemy troops. Its morale dropped like a stone, and you can see there it's only just 1 left now. As I move in I'd like to get my infantry near those Carthage Sacred Band units so I could throw loads of pillars into them there. But as I say, I think Barclayman bought Carthage here to try and counter Aurelius's Greek cities. So it wouldn't surprise me if Barclayman here kind of shadowed Aurelius's Greek cities army there. But as I say, I'd like to get close to those Carthage Sacred Band there to throw loads of pillars in. But in the meantime, I'm going to run up as fast as I can up the hill to try and get close to my teammates, as obviously I don't want to be isolated on this particular flank. So you can see me moving my infantry there with my cavalry in close support there, just in case the enemy tried a quick cavalry attack on my moving infantry. But you can see there's a heck of a lot of enemy forces there, including some very powerful cavalry coming round our flank there, so I need to be aware of that. You can see Fesen pushing forward there. He'll probably be looking to throw a lot of pillars into Carthage if he can. And here you can see Aurelius, as we thought, he's flanked the enemy team there, and he's got his Greek city Spartans there around, trying to get in behind the enemy troops, I think, from what I can see there. Okay, so you can see there my troops be looking to throw some pillars into the enemy troops there, and you can see Cormac there moving his army forward now. And if you notice, I think we may well have grabbed the slightly higher ground there. If you notice, now you can see there's a lot of pillars being thrown in here from both sides. There will be a lot of, let's say, a lot of pillars there from both sides. But it looks like we might have took the initiative there and grabbed a slightly higher part of the ground. Although this flatter area is very undulating, so you know, it might be a little bit deceiving. You can see enemy cavalry here looking to come down to take out our archers, but it's quite a powerful enemy force there. And you can see they've kind of grouped together there, haven't they, on this flatter part of the island here. You can see Fesen moving forward. To say he'd probably like to get in range of those Carthaginian spearmen there, so he can throw loads of pillars into them as well. And you can see Cormac and myself all moving our armies forward. But if you look over on our left flank, you'll see a rather large enemy force building there. Now look at Aurelius here. Look, he's really trying to get in behind the enemy troops with his Spartans there. Okay, but he's a little bit downhill now, maybe. Possibly needs to be careful not to get lower, obviously, than the enemy troops, because then they would have the down slope or downhill advantages. And all the benefits and bonuses that come with that. So I say Aurelius needs to be a little bit careful there. But as I say, you can see Barclayman's Carthage Sacred Band setting up a spear wall, if you like. Now over here, you'll see that there's quite a strong enemy force on our left flank there. Looks like Cormac had a slight glitch there, looking at his cavalry, look a bit spread out. Possibly, I think we lost a lot of our archers there because we didn't counter-attack with our cavalry there, but I think Cormac, as I say, had a bit of a glitch there looking at his units. Okay, so if you notice here, Cormac's moved his infantry from the other flank, from the right flank, over to this left flank, and what he's done that for is to watch my left flank there. If you notice there, can you see a large build-up of elite enemy troops and Cormac was worried there that they were going to come in on my flank, so he's brought his army over onto my flank there to protect it. Nice bit of teamwork there by Cormac. As you can see, quite a strong enemy force building up there. Let's say Fesen pushing forward here against the Carthaginians, and as I say, you can see Aurelius has brought his army kind of right in behind the enemy team there. So we need to push in there, I think, if we can. But over here you can see a lot of enemy troops there, and of course what we're worried a little bit about are the berserkers. As I say, that you can see that we've got slightly higher ground there, and you can see a heck of a lot of pilers coming in there onto the enemy team. Make no mistake though, they will be replying with their pilers as well. And as you can see, tactically I think that our team has done better than the other team at this stage of the battle by grabbing the slightly higher ground. But as I say, the higher ground on this island is undulating anyway, so there's going to be ups and downs on the top of the island anyway there. But a nice move there, a nice teamwork move there by Cormac, coming over to cover my flank from that powerful group of enemy units there. But here you can see Fesen pushing into those Carthage Sacred Band units. He's probably weakened them with pilers. And here you can see Aurelius has got round behind them, but he just needs to be careful that he's not going to be cut off there in behind the enemy troops. And as I say, he looks a little bit lower than the enemy troops now, if you look. Can you see? Which gives them a slight advantage being on the higher ground. Here you can see Fesen really pushing in to the enemy Carthaginian spearmen there. I think those Carthage spearmen are holding quite well, because make no mistake, they would have been damaged by pilers there. You can see pilers going in on them now, and I think they're holding quite well, bearing in mind the damage they would have suffered from pilers there before they even got into hand-to-hand fighting. And here, this is a nice move here by Fesen, flanking the enemy. Let's say this is a good move. Instead of trying to keep smashing against the barricaded front doors we talk about sometimes, he's flanking with units there, looking for a tactical move. You can see, I think that Mantu might only have his archer units left. Remember, he only had 6 infantry, and I think he's just got his archers and his fully upgraded cavalry left. I think, if I'm not mistaken, all his infantry has been routed. His 6 units of infantry have been routed. And that's, do you remember we looked at his army and we thought he looked a little bit like a CWB army there, with so many archers and really good cavalry and only 6 infantry? Well, it looks like his infantry's gone there, and maybe now we need to start pushing forward, because, as I say, Mantu's just got his archers there, and if we push down there, we're just going to come across archers. I think Cormac, as I say, positioned his army well. I've got my army by the side of him there, and you can see Fesen really being aggressive and pushing forward there. You'll see EthEth moving his purple SBQR army up the slope towards us there, and you'll see that Cormac is moving down towards him. You'll notice that I'm moving my infantry down the slope as well. Now, what I think would be a great target is EthEth's SBQR army there. Okay, you can see we got slightly higher ground, and what we need to do, I think, is maybe just charge straight into his army, bearing in mind that we will have kind of the down slope bonuses and advantages if we do charge into his SBQR army. That might be something we could look at there. Okay, let's just pause the game for a second here. So, as I say, here you can see we've got just on the undulating ground, if you like, we're slightly higher. So we might decide to charge into EthEth, we'll just have to wait and see. But just look at the powerful units they've got on our flank, including arguably the most powerful units in the game, the berserkers, with their massive fear factor, effective against armor maces, and their big attacking specifications. And you can imagine that that Germanic cavalry could ram home a Germanic attack. You've got the Axemen and Knight Raiders there that will already be sapping morale. The Knight Raiders will be sapping morale from our Roman troops. And look at all that cavalry, both Carthaginian and SBQR cavalry ready to charge in there. Plus we know the Germanic cavalry is out on that flank as well. Now here you'll see that Aurelius has got a couple of his units in behind the SBQR cavalry, being a nuisance here, making the enemy stretch their troops, like, you know. Here, this is unusual to see. You'll see that neither the Spartan general or the Carthage general here have got the spears down on these particular units, and they're fighting with swords. They're a secondary weapon. You don't see that very often, but you can see both the Spartans and the Sacred Band troops at this particular part of the battle here fighting with their secondary weapon, the sword. As I say, you don't see that very often because their spears are obviously their main weapon there. Okay, so here you'll see that both Fesen and myself are now charging into EthEth's SBQR infantry there. Okay, you can see the Carthage Sacred Band cavalry coming in on our flank. Look, and bang, as that charges into our flank. But here you'll see Fesen's cavalry going in. You'll see Cormac's cavalry going in as well. And you'll see my cavalry going in as well. I'm also doing a surge attack with my infantry. My infantry are charging forward. We're throwing 3 lots of cavalry into EthEth's army here. Look, and bang, bang. And the last cavalry, bang, charging into EthEth's army. And yet, look, EthEth's infantry are still holding EthEth's counter-attack with his cavalry. You can see some Sacred Band cavalry have charged in there as well. Oh my gosh, what a massive downslope attack we just put onto EthEth's army. Yes, some of his units have routed, but some of his units are still holding there. Even though we hit it with 3 lots of cavalry and a surge attack from my infantry, Fesen's infantry is charging in there as well. Oh my gosh, I think EthEth did extremely well there in holding as long as he did. You can see there's Sacred Band units in there as well as that EthEth's cavalry charging in there, trying to take a bit of pressure off the infantry. Now you can see here that Mantu charges cavalry in as well, his maximum upgraded cavalry. A lot of the enemy units have routed, but I got a feeling they could rally. Here you can see Spartans and Carthage units at the rear of the battle, if you like, fighting each other. Be interesting to see what happens there. And over here you can see Spartan units there attacking the Carthage general unit, but you can see in other places there Spartans starting to rout. So I think EthEth held well there. But what worries me is that Germanic army. Here you can see that he's actually attacked now with his Knight Raiders, his Axemen, and he's thrown the Berserkers in as well. Now he hasn't activated the Berserkers yet, but I'm just waiting for him to activate those Berserkers, and I've got a feeling then Cormac's whole army could possibly mass rout when that Germanic cavalry rams home that Germanic attack. We just have to see, or the cavalry could come into the flank of our attacking troops there. We just have to see where Madking's going to deploy his cavalry. You can see once again we're charging cavalry into EthEth SBQR infantry there. Okay, let's just pause the game for a second here. So there you are, all 3 Berserkers have now been activated. Okay, so they're on maximum attack, maximum morale sapping abilities here. If you look at the Roman troops, see what they're thinking. Can you see? Intimidated by nearby enemy. That means their morale is dropping like a stone because of those Berserkers and Knight Raiders there. If you look at these units here, even the general unit, look, intimidated by nearby enemy. So their morale is dropping quite quickly here. From those Knight Raiders and Berserkers, intimidated by nearby troops. Now if that Germanic cavalry smashes in and rams home that attack, Cormac's whole army could mass rout, and that could lead to the rest of our armies mass routing there. We just have to see where Madking's going to charge his cavalry in. You can see he's got them in wedge formation, locked and loaded, ready to charge in there. As I say, Mantu's cavalry was fully upgraded, so his units are going to rally. There's a lot of pilots going into the enemy troops. There's the Berserkers fighting that. Oh my gosh. Right, here comes the Germanic cavalry. Is this going to be battle-changing attack here by the Germanic cavalry? And get ready for this. And bang! As they smash in there with the downhill bonus. Can you see they're coming down the slope? That's like a downhill bonus there into the flank of our attacking Julii infantry there. That is some kind of massive cavalry hit there from that Germanic cavalry. Remember, those Germanic cavalry have got really good, I think they've got something like a 7 charge bonus. I remember Praetorian cavalry have only got a 6 charge bonus there. So that Germanic cavalry did well, and there's some SBQR cavalry of Mantu's. As I said, Mantu's fully upgraded cavalry has rallied, and he's charging them in as well now. Oh my gosh. And bang! As that cavalry smashes into us as well, fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry there. And you've got the Germanic cavalry locked and loaded, ready to charge in again. You'll see Cormac counter-attacking with what's he got left of his cavalry. Here comes that Germanic cavalry again. Bang! And that smashes into our infantry. Make no mistake here, the enemy are trying for a mass rout here. They are trying to mass rout our troops on this left flank. Just look at the penetration and impact of that cavalry coming in on us. You can see we've turned our infantry now to face the threat of that cavalry coming in. Oh my gosh, I think that's Aurelius' general's just been taken out. So that's bad news for us. You can see those berserkers still chopping away at our troops there. Now over here, you'll see that the Carthage, you can see several Greek city units have routed, and you can see that Barclayman is bringing some of his battle-damaged Carthage spearmen into the rear of our engaged troops there. Look at that, you can see those Carthage Sacred Band coming in to the rear of us. Here you'll see that Aurelius is still battling with some of the enemy troops there. Over here you'll see that that's Aurelius' general unit's been routed by the Carthaginian general there. So make no mistake, this battle's going to be extremely close and is right up in the air at the moment. You'll see a lot of my units have been routed. A lot of Fesen's units have been routed as well there. A lot of my units have been routed there in the battle so far. But you can see that Germanic cavalry locked and loaded, ready to charge in again. As I say, that Germanic cavalry, very underestimated cavalry. Check out the specifications of that cavalry, it's pretty tough. That's good news for us, the SBQR general's dead. That's good news for us, taking the morale bonus away from the enemy troops. Here comes that Germanic cavalry. There you can see that charging in there as well, and bang, an SBQR cavalry coming in on us as well. You'll see Cormac counter-attacking with his cavalry as well, like a bang, as they charge in there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at our units starting to rout. Can you see our Julia units? And that's my general just gone as well. There you go, my general's just been routed there. And look at our units starting to mass rout now from the impact of that enemy cavalry charge there. And we got Carthaginians coming in behind us as well, those Sacred Band spearmen. So make no mistake, I think our army, looking at the enemy troops here, moving in on us, unfortunately, it looks like our Julii troops of our entire team could mass rout at any time there. Oh my gosh. And bearing in mind we had the initiative, we had the slightly higher ground there, and you can see our troops are starting to rout. You can see some of the enemy troops starting to rout as well. So as I say, this battle's going to go right down to the wire here. You can see enemy troops moving in on us. As I say, my general's unit's just been routed there. In fact, I think most of my army has actually been routed now. Here you can see the enemy Carthaginian troops coming in on us as well.
Your general runs away.
EthEth has still got some pilers left he's thrown into us, but you can see there that a lot of our Julii troops are starting to rout. And looking at the enemy pushing in on us here, I would think that the enemy could possibly get a mass rout going here. Pause the game for a second. So you'll see here that I think it's Fesen, yeah, Fesen and Cormac have still got their general morale bonus. They've still got their general, so they're still giving the morale bonus. But you'll notice that Barclayman's Carthage Sacred Band general and I believe EthEth general, they're both still alive, so they're given morale bonus as well. So there's no kind of morale bonus advantage to either team. Both teams have got 2 generals left. If you notice here, I've got rallied 2 of my archer units here. Okay, there's one there and one there. What I'm doing is running them over to the battle as fast as I can, because what I want to do is obviously shoot fire arrows into the rear of the engaged enemy troops there, or into the flank of the engaged enemy troops to lower their morale. So that's why I'm running my 2 archer units over as fast as I can. As I say, they were routed, but I've rallied them and I want to bring them back to shoot loads of fire arrows into the flank or rear of the engaged enemy troops. Okay, but you can see here, really pressing in on them there. There's more enemy troops coming into the fray, but just look at our Julii units routing there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Aurelius might have a couple of units left, but a lot of his units have been routed, the same as mine there. This is a nice move by Cormac. Got his cavalry in behind the rear of the engaged enemy troops, like a bang, as he smashes them in there. Nice move there by Cormac. Really good move. Now you can see EthEth here spotting the danger and moving his infantry over. Oh, that's good news for us, as I think the Carthage general just been taken out maybe. That would be good news for us. And you can see Cormac there using his cavalry extremely well. Moved his cavalry into a tactically good position in behind the enemy troops and charged them in. Here you can see you've got Carthage troops pushing in on us here. Sacred Band troops there. I think EthEth's infantry there. I think Mantu's got a couple of his rallied archer units he's thrown in. There's a Germanic unit there as well. Another unit of EthEths there pushing in. Make no mistake, this battle's going to go straight down onto the wire. And this battle is. It can go either way. It is on a real knife edge at the moment. There, you can see Cormac's cavalry is pulling them back to lock and load them again. I think the Carthage general unit there is holding really well against our Julii troops. There, you can see I brought my unit round behind the enemy troops there to attack EthEth's general. Can you see there that unit of mine? I'm attacking EthEth's general there, trying to take the morale bonus away from him there. And you can see I'm shooting fire arrows into the enemy team as well. And there we, oh my gosh, we've managed to rout the SBQR general of EthEth there. And it looks like our team has just about managed to win the battle there. As I say, my archers there, I got into range and we're shooting fire arrows into the enemy team there. And that might have just been the straw that broke the camel's back, if you know what I mean. With those, the enemy troops would have been tired, and just being hit by fire arrows might have just pushed them over the edge for them to rout there. So that would be good news for us. And it looks like our team literally has just about won this battle. But you could see how close it was, went right down to the wire there. You can see there's some Germanic troops there, cavalry pushing in. Of Madking, remember Madking, he never likes to admit defeat, he likes to fight right down to the last man there, which I think he's just done. And there's an SBQR unit there, and as I say, it looks like our team has just gone to win the battle there. But if you look, like we said, how condensed the battlefield is. Remember, this is a 4v4, but everybody wanted to get up onto this higher ground. As you could see, there's some Greek cities light cavalry there, I think, that had been charged into the battle. You can see dead Spartans there. Their red cloaks always stick out on the battlefield, don't they? You can see them amongst dead Carthaginians there. As we move around the battlefield here, you can see dead all over the place, if you like, on this slightly higher ground. There you can see a lot of dead troops there. But as I say, on this particular map, the Friendly Island map, there's only a very small flat area. When it's not really flat, it's undulating there. Just look at the massive piles of dead there. And as you move further along, I mean, look at that. I mean, that is a carpet of dead, isn't it? I mean, you can see the intense fighting that went on there. Oh my gosh. And you can see here just loads and loads of dead. I think I've got one infantry unit left there. That's all I've got, and two very battle damaged archer units. That's the only units I've got out of my entire army. Two archer units and a very damaged infantry unit there. I think Aurelius has just got 2 units left as well. 2 very battle damaged units. So it just goes to show how much this was a real battle of attrition on this Friendly Island there map. As I say, it's quite an interesting map, and it's, as I say, one of our new battle maps that we fight on there. As I say, Fesen and Cormac, I thought, did extremely well there. And I thought Aurelius' tactical movement round the map with his Greek cities kind of stretched the enemy team, kept them guessing on where he was going to hit with his Spartans there. So well done to him. And as I say, there we go. And the first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game. I thought everybody played well. And as you can see, it is a close victory there. So as we could, well, we guessed that, didn't we, when we looked at the towards the end of the battle. And the highest kills goes to Brotherhood member Cormac the Cruel. 1,752 kills for him. So really well done to Cormac there. Good teamwork, good tactical play there. So really well done to him. Deserved those good kills. So well done to Madking. I thought he got some great kills with Germania, and those cavalry hits were really damaging there. So well done to Madking with Germania. Well done to Mantu. He got less than 1,000 kills. You might be a bit disappointed with that, but remember he only had 6 infantry. But he still did. I think that's still quite good kills for only 6 infantry. Well done to Barclayman. Got some good kills with Carthage. Bearing in mind he's had a break from RTW for a couple of months. He still retained his sharpness. And well done to EthEth too. Did really well with his army. So really well played, guys. Great battle there. And I thought you held really well. Bearing in mind that a lot of the time we had kind of like slightly higher slope than you. My kill, I just managed to scrape over 1,000 kills. So not too bad. Not brilliant, but managed to get over to 1,000 kills. That's okay. Well done to Fesen. 2nd highest kills in the game. I thought he played very well, very aggressive there, and some nice tactical moves. As I say, well done to Cormac. Highest kills in the game. Did really well. And well done to Aurelius. Okay, he didn't get over 1,000 kills. He might be a bit disappointed with that. But the way he was moving his Spartans around the battlefield, the enemy had to keep reacting and moving units that could have been fighting elsewhere to watch his units. So well done to Aurelius. Good tactical movement around the battlefield there. So just to say, we play Rome Total War every Friday and Saturday night. If you'd like to join us, you'd be more than welcome. This battle was only fought last weekend, so you can see we still have really great battles on Rome Total War, and you would be more than welcome to come and join us. Spartan Commander saying bye for now.